Excuse me. Do you mind if I share your bench for a moment? I use this park as a shortcut to my office, and I have had to walk all the way from downtown because there's never a cab around when you need one, and my legs are killing me.
I don't mind at all. Share my bench for a while.
Ah, thank you.
I'm just reading the paper here. I start with the sports. Got to force myself to read the hard news.
Yes, there's enough bad news on television and radio these days. I would say, how did the Rams do? Bradford's been off a little the last couple of games.
I'm sorry to say, they lost.
Oh.
I mean, Sam can't do everything by himself. He could use some backup. How about some pass protection?
Well, that's true. Their offensive line lately has been more like a sieve.
Will it bother you if I light up a smoke?
Oh, not at all. I don't smoke myself, but it doesn't bother me, and the breeze is just right to blow it away from me, so no problem.
Okay, so much for the enjoyment. Now for the front page.
Where do you read the financial section? Do you mind if I have it? I didn't have a chance to buy a newspaper today.
Oh, man. Would you look at that headline and picture? Another murder in a public place. A woman found on a jogging trail, and they still don't have any suspects. And all the murders occurred about the same time of day, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Another murder? You mean there have been others? I rarely watch TV, and I never read the front page.
Oh, yeah. 10 in the last 2 weeks. They took Saturday and Sunday off. I guess even a psychopathic killer needs to take a weekend off now and then.
Well, does it say how they died?
Yeah, I mean, the victims were real close to this guy, or they trusted him. And the bad thing is, they were all stabbed to the back of the head with a long, sharp instrument.
You know, I'll bet this killer's nothing more than an ordinary person who has some sort of job that gives him power over people, and he thinks he's doing good all week long, and he just wants to see what it's like on the other side. It's almost 3 o'clock now. Do you see anybody watching us?
Are you kidding? There's nobody in this park but me and you. And you certainly don't look like any deranged mass murderer.
Well, thank you. I should hope not, and you don't look suspicious either.
Well, I hope not. I work around kids all day, and I certainly wouldn't want to scare them. Although, there are a few that could use a scare or a switching now and then.
If I'd ever backtalked my parents when I was a child, I doubt if I would have survived the beating. I got enough just for minor infractions.
Really tough parents, huh?
Oh, I know my mother loved me, but the thing about it is she never would stand up to her. My father went off on one of his rampages, and he wore a very wide, thick leather belt that would cut you to ribbons.
Gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. Must have been a really rough childhood. My parents were strict, but they never would hurt me.
Oh, well, they're both dead now. It was a long time ago. They both died by accident. You know, it was strange. They never did figure out what killed my father. But then that was before today's sophisticated technology.
Well, it's good to see that the childhood violence didn't really stick with you. I mean, look at you. Your clothes, the Rolex watch. You really have made something of yourself.
Well, thank you. I've tried. Damn, the time goes fast when you're trying to rest sore legs. I've got to get back to my office now. Thank you for sharing your bench with me, and have a good day.
Glad to do it. I come here often. It's a peaceful place, and I find it very relaxing. It's better than the other parts of town where it's so dang busy and so many people. Plus, the school's only 4 blocks from here.
Thank you again. You know, I get the feeling that someday soon you're going to make the front page too.
Oh, that'll be the day. Let's see. A school janitor with no family. He'll be the last person to make the headline, I think.
Oh, I don't know about that. See? I told you you'd make the front page. You never ask why the murders occurred at 3 o'clock every day at the same time. Quite simple. That's when I take my papers down to the federal courthouse. You see, I see bad people all day long as district judge. They always seemed happier than I was, even if they were convicted. So I thought I'd see what it was like on the other side. Wow, what a rush when that last little quiver goes through the body. Oh, you know, you'll sit here motionless for a while. Then someone will come along and discover that you're dead. And then they'll call the police, and they'll call the newspapers and the radio stations, and tomorrow you'll have your moment of fame. Unfortunately, people have a very short memory, and your fame will be short-lived. But you will be on the front page, just like my parents were. Oh, here, let me help you get those boxes balanced.
Thank you. Just on my way to the Salvation Army to drop off some old clothing that I don't wear anymore.
I can see you wouldn't want to be out of style.
Last year's things. Oh, well, thank you for helping me.
For a lady as lovely as yourself, I would be happy to help you all the way to your destination. But I have to get back to my office. Running very late, you know.
Oh, you've been so kind, complimentary. A true gentleman. Not like that bum sprawled over there on the park bench.
Well, even I can be a bit abrupt at times, you know, when I have to get straight to the point.
Well, I do hope we meet again sometime.
Well, that is my fondest wish also. No, one a day is enough. Can't have all the fun at once, you know.